Everybody, welcome back to Big Balls Fantasy Football. It's Greg the Beast with 3 picks for you this week that are going to help you win your lineups in Week 9. Look at these awesome new glasses I got at Dave & Buster's. Look, football glasses. Isn't this wonderful? This episode of Beast Mode brought to you by Rolling Rock, because it was the cheapest beer at the store, $7.99 for a 12-pack. And Lonnie, my good friend, turned me onto it. It's a good drinking beer. Anyway, let's get on to the picks. My first pick is quarterback Drew Brees. Of course, we know the Saints. He has a matchup with the Panthers this week, and generally, and I have been picking on the Panthers a lot this season, because their defense just hasn't been holding the way it has in the last few seasons. I don't know if it's a coaching problem or what. I know they have a lot of injuries over there, so that might be what's doing it as well. Drew Brees completed 27 of 34 passes for 311 yards and 3 touchdowns up against the Packers to beat them 44-23. The reason he hadn't been getting stats like that in a game is Jimmy Graham finally came back, is completely healthy, and he went off. If Jimmy Graham is in the game, then Drew Brees, his stats are going to go way the hell up, because not only is he going to pass to him like crazy, because that's his weapon. That's his go-to guy. You're also going to have Brandon Cooks getting looks. You're going to have other receivers getting looks as well, like Colston, because, they're going to be doubling Graham. They're going to be looking for Graham. It's going to take the pressure off of some of the wide receivers. So I think Brees is going to have another awesome game this week against a very leaky defense. He's averaging 318 yards a game. So you'll end up getting your 300-yard bonus for sure this week. I guarantee it. I think he's going to get at least 4 touchdowns this week. Make sure you get Drew Brees in, especially because you don't have a lot of the other quarterbacks that you usually would be able to put in. Unfortunately, you're probably not going to find him on a waiver wire. Maybe you'll get him in a trade. Who knows? My second beast for you this week is running back Ahmad Bradshaw on the Colts, matching up against the Giants, a 2.5 balls pick. And the reason is I'm playing him because of the trend. And the trend is that Trent Richardson, yet again, is not working out for a team. Just like with the Browns, he didn't work out there, and Colts gave a lot for him, and he sure as hell isn't doing anything for them. So Bradshaw's been vulturing touchdowns off of him, 1 each the last 2 weeks. He's on a really good run. What did he get last week? He rushed 6 times for 35 yards only, but he got that touchdown. That's what's going to get you those points. I think he's going to have a much better matchup against the Giants. They have given up the 5th most points to running backs this season, so you have a really, really positive matchup in that area. And, of course, Richardson is going to continue to have injury problems. He has hamstring problems. We all know hammies, they just kill running backs. And so the team and the coaches have really been leaning on Bradshaw. So get him in your lineup this week. My third pick for you is a different kind of pick this week. Because we are on a heavy bye week, a lot of people are letting people go. And as I said in the intro, to go try and pick up some of the players that people are forced to dump because they're on their bye weeks. But then there's the other situation of this hot player has been very streaking hot at quarterback, and it's Kyle Orton, of all people, the quarterback, the backup that's come in behind E.J. Emanuel over on the Buffalo Bills, and he has just been going crazy the last few weeks. The reason you want to pick him up while the Bills are on their bye week is because you get to play him next week, and you just put him on your bench and you let him sit there. Hopefully you've been doing your placements good, and you're able to use him. So next week, you'll be able to get the 30, 40 points out of him that you need. I know there's a lot of people that have been suffering with Kaepernick, who hasn't, been doing super well. I've been suffering with Cam Newton in one of my leagues, and I know he was one of my picks 1 week, and he did okay. You want to get somebody in that's reliable and consistent, and Orton has definitely been reliable and consistent. He completed 10 of 17 passes for 238 yards and 4 touchdowns in Sunday's blowout of the Jets when they won 43-23. Sammy Watkins has been a really, really huge target for him. He got a shitload points last week in that game also. And also, here's what you want to look at. Your matchups, your future matchups. Orton has Kansas City, Miami, and then the Jets again, who he just spanked the crap out of. And the Jets are in disarray right now. They're putting in Michael Vick at quarterback. I smell desperation, don't you? So he has 9 touchdowns over the last 4 games, and he's averaging 280 yards a game. I don't see any reason why you should not pick him up, stash him, and use him next week. So those are my picks. Let's go on to Real Men. Stay tuned.